That's the one. And then
Coach, can you hear us okay?
Yep.
All right. If you'd like to make any opening comments, otherwise we can go to questions.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. That's my statement. Let's get to it.
We'll go to John Shipley with the first question then.
Hi, Lindsay. Do you feel like you talked about a while ago about beating the teams ahead of you, and it seems like you're separating yourselves from the pack a little bit. You're beating the teams you really should beat. And today was a good example of where you are. It wasn't perfect, but you led tape to tape.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, obviously, yeah, it's a great win. That's a team with a lot of confidence after beating Ohio State. We beat them in overtime earlier this year. So, yeah, I mean, this was a huge homestand for us to get a couple wins before we go back out on the road. And, there's no question it's going to be a fight to the finish. The team who's the most desperate, but yet plays with poise and is able to execute at this point, usually comes out with the win. And it's just, every night we can expect a game like that, very physical. We really proud of the job we did rebounding wise. We beat that team in rebounding, which is a great rebounding team. So just, a big win gives us, a couple good wins going back out on the road out east next week.
Go to Kent Youngblood.
Yeah, well, just such a contrast in styles. I mean, they outscored you by 24 in the paint. You outscored them by 24 from behind the arc. You knew they were going to be a physical team. You like the way your team kind of ground this one out? I mean, it wasn't
Absolutely
flashy, but it was kind of a grinded out win, wasn't it?
Absolutely. I get up 10 early and they make a run, to get it back within 4 at half. But, overall, very, very happy, with the win. I don't love 44 points in the paint for them. But, that's what they do. That's what they do. And, we obviously hit some timely shots from three. We did a nice job making our free throws down the stretch. So, just overall a good performance for us, and you'll take a grinded out win every day of the week. That's how it's going to be. I mean, you guys know, watching the Big Ten and watching where everybody's trying to get seeding and positioning and just throw the records out. And like I told them, especially with the border battle with Wisconsin, you throw the records out and it's going to be a hard fought game, and I'm proud of the team.
We'll go to Tony Liebert next.
Kadi kind of did a little bit of everything today. How would you rate her play?
About the last few games, she's been tremendous. She's been really good. I mean, 2 games in a row, she's 7 for 9. Gets us 20 and 7 tonight. She's been working on her game a lot, all season. And now she's playing with a ton of confidence. So really, really happy for her and in her, performance today. So I thought she's been really good, and we need to keep that going.
John, did you have another question?
Well, I was going to ask about Kadi, and she's just so efficient today. She made every time she touched the ball count. She had a really confident spin move. She looked more confident shooting the ball. Is that from practice and working at that stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. That's from her getting in the gym and working with our assistant coaches and putting that time in. I thought she had a couple really good days in practice and a really good individual session this morning. Just getting some shots in, and she looked confident. So I was happy, obviously how she played, and she's been extremely efficient the last few games, and just a really good sign for us when she's playing well.
And did you have another one?
Yeah, I just want to talk about the poise your team showed. They made some runs. I think they got within 1 at one point, but there was always an answer. you didn't let them go on an extended run at any point today. Is that a sign of growth for you?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's the team coming together, having plenty of practices now and time together where we've, been able to just grind through some of those things. And, the tough nights when, we let a team go on a run, we learned from those things. And so, I think it's just the players coming together and working hard and coming into practice every day, ready to work. So, credit to them for sticking with it and playing really well today.
Got time for a couple more for Coach if anyone else has any questions for her.
Yeah, her twos weren't going so much today, but Sara, over the last 2 weeks, she's basically been a 42% 3-point shooter. Just talk about how important she's been for what you're doing.
Yeah, and defensively she was great tonight too. So doesn't have a turnover in 39 minutes of play. She's shooting the ball great. She's shooting the ball great, that's for sure. And every time she lets it go in rhythm, we pretty much think it's going in. So she's feeling good. She's feeling healthy, and those are obviously huge shots. We needed all those tonight this afternoon from her.
One more for Coach if anyone has it. Okay, thanks for joining us, Coach. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Only 5 turnovers in the second half.
Hi, Kadi, can you hear us okay?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go ahead and go to questions. John, do you want to start us off?
Kadi, this was the most efficient game that I've seen you play this year, and you just looked really competent. And your coach said that maybe that's a product of the way you've been practicing. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, definitely. I was really going hard at practice and getting extra shots up every time, so I can have confidence when I'm on the game.
Kent, did you have a question?
Yeah, this wasn't a super high-paced game, but it was kind of a grinded-out game. You knew that they were going to be physical. You have to be happy with how you were able to kind of limit their runs today and never let them totally back in the game.
Yeah, we did a really good job of making sure to stop them in half court and just play them in the second part of the court. Sorry, but yeah, we did a really good job on defense.
John, did you have another?
Yeah, Kadi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I just thought inside your shots were all good shots. The spin move was, you don't make a move like that if you're not feeling good, right?
Yeah.
So, how do you feel in terms of, is this the best? Do you feel like this is the best you've felt all season?
Yes, now I get to play as a forward position, so obviously I need to get better at scoring inside the paint, and it's something I really like to do. So, yeah.
Kent, did you have another one?
Oh.
Are there any other questions for Kadi? Okay, thanks for joining us, Kadi. We appreciate
Thank
you
you,
taking the
Kadi.
time.
Thank you. Bye.
We'll have Sara Scalia on in just a second.
Yeah, I know. 4 in the first half. Yeah.
Hi, Sara. Can you hear us okay?
Yep.
Great. I will go ahead and go right to questions. John, you want to start us?
Sara, did you it seemed like the 3-pointers were so big for you guys today because they kept kind of starting runs and you'd kind of put them away with a 3-pointer, it seemed like. Not just you, but there were a couple other Alexius hit one. I mean, did it feel like that to you?
Yeah, I think we definitely hit some big threes down the stretch for sure, especially as they kind of brought the scoring a little closer. We held our ground and we pulled through in the end, kept our lead.
Go to Kent.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I mean, earlier in the season, teams would get extended runs. I mean, they'd start something going and it would kind of get tilted the other way. It seems of late, especially in the last couple of games, you've been able to limit teams' runs. What's the difference there?
I think just our mindset to get stops on defense, especially down the stretch. And we had the lead for a lot of this game, and we kept the lead, especially towards the end. And we just knew we had to keep getting stops on defense in order for our offense to come.
At this point, do you feel more confident from behind the arc than you do from inside it when you shoot?
I think right now I've been shooting more comfortably, outside for 3. But yeah, I think I definitely have to keep working on finishing, especially around defenders and stuff.
Do we have any other questions for Sara?
Yeah, what changed from the first half to the second? The first half, you guys had 10 turnovers. Second half, only 5. Was that a emphasis at halftime?
Yeah, I think, Coach Way definitely emphasized that at halftime, just being tougher and stronger with the ball. As we had multiple turnovers, that was just toughness. So, we knew we had to do better, and especially in order to win this game, and that's what we did down the stretch for sure.
Thanks.
Anything else for Sara? Okay, thanks for joining us, Sara. We appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you,
thank
Sara.
Thanks everyone for being on the call. We'll have the audio and video recordings up on the virtual press box here in a little bit. Thanks.
Thanks, Carl.